What is the buy box and what are hijackers and how can they adversely affect your sales? Stick with me and I'll show you how. Hey guys, welcome to the next segment of tips for new sellers, specifically for Amazon FBA sellers. Today we're going to be talking about the buy box and hijackers and how they can adversely affect your sales. This is a segment that is near and dear to my heart because I have prided myself on not having one hijacker. Let me knock on some wood real quick. Hijackers can really put a damper on your sales, and if you lose the buy box to one of your hijackers, then you're not going to get any sales, potentially. So it's very important as an Amazon FBA seller to protect your buy box and to protect your listing from having hijackers on your listing so that you could be the only potential seller for this product that's getting you sales. All right, so what we're going to do first is talk about the buy box. If you look right here, I have used weightlifting belts as an example. Weightlifting belt is an example for this product. And this is the main seller. This box right here, you can see the shaded box right here. This is called the buy box. Inside of this buy box is the potential forefront or leading or owner of this product that is making its sales. In here you'll have the buy now, which is the very most important aspect of your sales, because nowadays there's a high number of customers who use the buy now function instead of add to cart. You'll also be able to add your ancillary options like adding an accessory if you have those, or if your product is made of gift wrapped. All right. As you notice, there's no other boxes down here, and this is the only box on this listing. He is doing things very well. He is the owner of this buy box, sold by Dark Iron Fitness. Dark Iron Fitness is the company, and it's fulfilled by Amazon FBA. All right. That is how you want your listing to look. You want to be the only person in the buy box. You want to be the owner of the buy box so that when people see your listing, they are definitely buying from you. That's what the buy box is. But eventually you'll have hijackers. You'll have something like this right here where there is a buy box, obviously, because you're in stock. But where is it? It's sold by Live, Love, Learn instead of Unknown. And by the way, this is a horrible listing, by the way. And he also has 4 potential hijackers. I say 4 because inside of this secondary box, he is Live, Love, Learn is also in here. All right. Now, this is a very troubling situation for this seller because he is not only competing with 4 other sellers, his buy box is owned by somebody else. So when people come to this listing and decide whether or not they like this product and they go to buy now, he, Mr. Unknown, is not getting the sale. The person that's in the buy now box is getting the sale. And this is how I can tell that this is not the owner, because if you click on his listing or his company name and then go to his storefront, this is a seller that is selling various different things. He is a professional hijacker. Some may call him a retail arbitrage, where he finds stuff that are cheap and he resells them. Right? So he is definitely not the only seller. He definitely does not own the buy box. And he is being Unknown is being outsold by Live, Love, Learn. All right. So, how do you prevent hijackers from taking over your listing? I'm going to go over 3 ways. The first way, and the easiest way, cheapest way, is when you create your listing under the offer tab. If you scroll down, you'll see a spot that says max order quantity. I put 2 for one of my listings because 2 is a reputable number of the type of product that I have. For instance, if you're selling doormats, front door mats, garage door mats, this, that, and the other, right? Houses only have 3, maybe 4 entryways to the house. A front door, a garage door, maybe a side door, and a back door. Right? So a reasonable order quantity would be 4, maybe 5, if it's selling like hotcakes. If you don't have a number in here, a buyer could potentially come in here and buy 100 units at once and start his own listing underneath your listing and sell those 100 units. A second way to stop hijackers: when you first start listing or whenever you want to run a sale, if you put a sale out there that's 70, 80, 90% off, which means people are buying this for stupid cheap, and you don't have a max order quantity on there. Let's say you're running a 75% off and you don't have a max order quantity. A person can come in there and buy 50 units at 75% off, wait for you to raise your price, list underneath your listing, and sell it for 75% more. Right? When you have your listing going on, undercut your sale by $5 or $10. And if he starts getting more sales daily than you do, guess who's winning the buy box? Right? And the last way and the most effective way to protect yourself against people selling on your listing is brand registry. All right? I have a dear friend named Chad Lacey who has a brand registry academy on 9uacademy.com. It shows you how to get everything about brand registry going, what to expect step by step. If you're interested in brand registry, go check them out. But what brand registry does for you is after you've went through your trademark process for this product, you can apply for, you can register your brand with Amazon to let Amazon know that you are the only authorized seller of this brand, which means that there should be no secondary sellers on your listing or even on Amazon for this brand. Right? And when you registered your brand with Amazon and you happen to see someone slide through the cracks and start selling your products, you just call up Amazon and say, hey, I'm a brand registered product. I see so-and-so selling my product over here. Take them down. And they'll be gone within 15 minutes. That is the most effective way. Right? Now, why is it so important? As you can see here, this person does not have any secondary sellers. He is the owner of the buy box. So when people hit buy now, he's getting it. This person right here, RitFit. I can tell you through the research that I've done off camera that H&L Direct is the company name for this brand, RitFit. So he owns the box. The reason I kept this up here, he has another seller. Guess who it is? All right, as you can see, the first one is his for $20.99. But look who is undercutting him. Amazon.com. Now, I know you're asking, how is it that they are selling his product? Well, when Amazon loses or damages your product, you have an option to, they have an obligation to reimburse you for that. Right, so they reimburse you for the cost of that product, and if you're a seller already, you've seen those emails come your way. But what people don't realize is if the product is damaged, for instance, the box is super dented or something like that, Amazon's going to try to recoup their money. They're going to go underneath your listing and sell it as a used product, and it may say something like, "Item will come in a repackaged, will be repackaged." Right? They're going to try to recoup some of that money that they gave you back. And it sucks, but when you're playing on Amazon's playground, they make the rules. So until this number of units that was damaged, or excuse me, to be more specific, repackaged, is sold, he has a competitor on his listing that is undercutting him. Sad but true. Now, this person here, Harbinger, forgive me. He has the buy box. I've already checked that out for you. Where is it? Shipped from and sold from by Amazon. He has the buy box. He also has secondary sellers. Now these here are actual hijackers. And because they probably bought it at $35, they're trying to sell it for a little bit higher to make some money. Now they're not going to get anything, right? Especially this guy who's going to add $11 to shipping. Right? But these stores, wholesale and stores online, are not going to make more sales than him, especially when he has the buy box. Now, my situation is maybe this company gave these two online stores permission to sell his product. So he's selling to them for wholesale or whatever the case may be, and they're trying to make some money. Maybe he's giving them permission. Maybe he hasn't. Maybe he doesn't know. But he definitely has two hijackers on his listing. He has the buy box still, so when people hit buy now, it's going to be that way, but he still has two hijackers. And back to poor old guy right here with the bad listing. If this is your listing and you're watching this, forgive me for calling it bad, but it is what it is. reach out to me and I can give you some tips on trying to make it better, and we can make it work. All right. He has 4 of the sellers on his stuff. Look at this guy. Testy Marketing, Payd, Prima Pharma, and Amazon. No, Black Dog, excuse me. All right, they're all trying to sell his products. This guy is definitely doing things the wrong way. He is not making sales. And I don't even think Unknown is even on here. So he's just opening up because Live, Love, Learn is the buy box holder making the money. Surprisingly, he has 4.5 stars. Right now, you see the different types of hijackers I can have. You know now what the buy box is. Why are hijackers bad? Obviously because they can steal sales, right? But here's the negative effect of it. If these hijackers have 5 units, right, they're going to take. They could be malicious enough to take the product out of the package, put a brick in there, and send that brick off to their customer. Guess what that customer's going to do when they come back? They're going to come back to this listing, and they're going to put a negative review up here. Not down here with all these other sellers. They're going to put a negative review on your listing. All right. What's the process to get hijackers off your listing? Battle with Amazon to prove that you're the only person. One way you could do that is to ensure you have your brand name on the product, on the box, and then you're going to have to buy from the hijacker to prove that what they are selling is not the same thing as yours. So if they're malicious enough to send you a brick or send you something completely different, then you can go back to Amazon with pictures and say, I bought this and it is not my product. Please remove them. And then you're going to have to fight that good fight about getting negative reviews. And we know, we as sellers already know the win ratio for getting negative reviews off your listing. It's like 1 out of every 100. You know, so protect yourselves from ever getting hijackers by not discounting your price stupidly high, by having a max order quantity on your purchases, by eventually becoming brand registered, so that you will can get hijackers off your listing immediately. Right? Hopefully this helped you. This will be on the YouTube channel. If you want to reach out to me, I am always in the 9U Facebook groups. Reach out to 9university.com, the number 9university.com. Check out Chad Lacey's and other people's academies at 9uacademy.com. And I hope to hear from you. Leave a comment down below and I'll respond, I promise. Have a good one.